Once, long ago, there lived a beautiful young maiden called Little Red Riding Hood. One day, Little Red Riding Hood learned from the kindly woodsman that her dear sweet grandmother was quite ill and in need of some refreshment.
Your dear sweet grandmother is quite ill and she's in need of some refreshments.
Little Red Riding Hood decided she would travel through the deep dark woods to bring her grandmother some things to help her feel better. And so off she skipped with her basket of goodies into the deep dark woods. Now, in these woods there lived a fearsome wolf. He was the biggest and meanest of all the creatures in the forest. The wolf saw Little Red Riding Hood skipping into the forest and thought to himself she would make a delicious meal. The wolf calmly walked into Little Red Riding Hood's path. Although the wolf was big and mean looking, Little Red Riding Hood was not frightened, for she was an innocent young girl.
Well, hello there, little girl,
said the wolf.
What's your name?
Little Red Riding Hood told him her name.
Little Red Riding Hood, but my friends call me Little Red Riding Hood.
Well, what's a nice little girl like you doing in the woods all alone?
Asked the wolf.
I'm going to my grandmother's to bring her some things to make her feel better.
Little Red Riding Hood replied innocently.
That's very sweet of you.
The wolf said.
There's a beautiful meadow just up the path. You should go pick up some flowers. I bet that'd make her very happy.
Little Red Riding Hood told the wolf she thought it was a wonderful idea.
That's a wonderful idea.
I shall run ahead and make a snack out to grandmother,
the wolf said to himself as Little Red Riding Hood wandered into the meadow.
Then I'll make a meal out of Little Red Riding Hood.
The wolf ran
and then I'll boil the bones, add some carrots and some rhubarb, maybe a potato or two. I'll make a delicious stew. I'll call it Little Red Riding Stew. Oh, Wolfie, you're so clever.
Right. The wolf ran ahead.
Oh, and I can use the bread from Little Red Riding Hood's basket to dip in the stew. It'll be a hearty meal indeed.
Are you finished?
Carry on.
The wolf ran ahead to Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother's cottage and knocked on the door.
Whatever you're selling, I don't want any,
wrote the poor old grandmother.
It's me, Little Red Riding Hood,
said the wolf in a remarkable falsetto.
Who?
Your granddaughter.
Oh, you'll have to let yourself in. I'm far too ill to open the door.
And with that, the wolf burst through the door and devoured Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother before she could say anything. Licking his lips, the wolf heard Little Red Riding Hood approaching the cottage. He quickly put on grandmother's clothes and hopped into her bed. Little Red Riding Hood knocked on the door.
It's me, Little Red Riding Hood.
Come in, Little Red Riding Hood. Your poor grandmother's too ill to open the door,
the wolf said. Little Red Riding Hood walked into her grandmother's cottage and sat at the bed.
Hi, Grandma. I brought you some things to make you feel better, Grandma. Look at these flowers I brought you,
said Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh, how lovely,
said the wolf.
Thank you so much, you sweet child.
Little Red Riding Hood looked at her grandmother intently.
Grandmother, what big eyes you have,
she said.
All the better to see you with, my dear,
replied the wolf.
Grandmother, what big ears you have.
All the better to hear you with, my dear,
replied the wolf.
Grandmother, what a big mouth you have.
All the better.
Suddenly, the door of the cottage burst open. In ran two policemen who arrested the wolf on suspicion of murdering Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother and Little Red Riding Hood on suspicion of aiding and abetting the murder. They took her Red Riding Hood as evidence. Little Red Riding Hood was later acquitted of all charges, but the wolf was convicted and sentenced to life in prison. The end.
Nobody now give you no break. Police now give you no break. That old soldier man I give you no break. Not even your eyes you now give you no breaks. Well, hey, bad boys, oh, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when